Well, hello from Krakow. I have officially made it to Krakow. I've actually been here for a couple of days, but unfortunately I was feeling so sick when I first landed that I didn't even end up staying in the hostel. My mom was so kind and she got me a hotel for 2 nights because I really just needed the rest. I mean, I was flying here from Switzerland and I slept the entire time I was on both planes, and the second that I got to the hotel I napped and then I went to bed at like 9 o'clock. I actually think that I was awake for like 4 hours yesterday. It was really bad, but I feel so much better today. I have so much more energy. I was even gonna do a little hotel tour while I was staying at the place, but I felt so sick and I didn't have any energy at all, so I ended up not doing that. But anyways, I am very excited to have a little bit more energy today. I'm actually going to the doctor at 4:30. I had to schedule a doctor's appointment through my travel insurance, so that was a little bit stressful, but I got it all figured out. And now I have a couple of hours until I have to be there, so I'm just kind of exploring the city. I haven't been out much at all other than to run to the supermarket to grab pre-made soup and toast. There's a lot left for me to see, so I'm looking forward to that. It's definitely a different vibe than a lot of the other cities that I've been to so far, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot smaller, it's a little bit more quaint, and I think it's just a little bit more unique. So I'm excited to show you guys what I get up to. I actually just ate lunch. I had some pierogies. I got 6 pierogies and a soda, I think, for like $9 US, so it was super cheap and it was really tasty. So now I'm just gonna walk around and explore a little bit before I head over to the doctor's. Went to Chimney Cake Bakery and I got like a rolled up little cake. Do a little taste and see how it is. It rips apart in a spiral, and it's very okay. Whatever, I'm happy I tried it, but yeah, I would not recommend. Alright, so I mentioned that I wasn't feeling super well, so I wanted to show you guys where I'm staying for tonight. Thank you, Mom. And she's been helping me because I do not feel good at all, and I really needed to get some extra rest. So walk in, I have a little kitchenette. This is my bed, and I have a beautiful view of the outside of the city. I can even open up my window and let some fresh air in. Over here is where the bathroom is. It's a lovely shower. Here I am. Also, I almost walked into this mirror a bunch of times when I first checked in, thinking that like I kept going, but yeah, so it's super cute and I'm gonna be able to sleep really well here. It's the best part. I didn't realize how little sleep you would get in the hostels. I mean, sometimes it's just like people walking in and out that wakes you up. People aren't always like being loud and obnoxious, but since I'm sick, I haven't been able to wear my earplugs because I'll get an ear infection. So it's been a lot harder for me to sleep through the night. So yeah, I've just been struggling a little bit. And this has been, honestly, the rest and relaxation that I've needed. I'm actually heading to my hostel right now, though, because I'm still checked in. I have a bed there. I just haven't slept in it. I'm actually heading to the hostel for dinner because everyone keeps telling me how good the dinners are. And I met a couple of the folks today when I was switching out my luggage, and they were so nice. So I want to go and chat with everyone and taste the hostel dinner. I'm still going to have an early night, come back here. I've been like editing some of my vlogs a little bit. So that's what I'm going to get up to for the night. I don't really vlog a lot in the hostel just because there's so many people around, but honestly, like the dinners and stuff when you get to meet all the other travelers is some of my favorite parts and a lot of my favorite moments, and I'm super sad I'm not going to be able to like vlog, document them, but they are some of my favorite memories from the trip so far. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to update you guys for the rest of the night. This is where I'm sleeping, and I'm definitely going to be exploring the city as much as I can tomorrow because the day after that I have a tour of Auschwitz, so tomorrow's my last like full day in the city before I head to Zakopane. Good morning. I just checked out of my hotel. I'm heading back to the hostel so I can drop off some of my things before I go and grab a coffee and a pastry for some breakfast. But this morning there was an absolutely massive parade going past my hotel room. I thought that it was going to stop after a little while, and I was like, oh wow, like I don't really know what this is, but like I cannot describe to you the sheer number of people that were marching in that parade. It was so cool. I think I might try to check off some of the more tourist attractions, and I think I have a free walking tour a little bit later through the Jewish quarter. So I'm just gonna kind of see where the day takes me. Okay, so I just finished up at brunch. It was actually fantastic. The food was so good. I got the California sunrise and it was on French toast. I originally was thinking I was gonna get French toast and like have a sweet little breakfast, but then I saw that on the menu and I was like, that looks fantastic, and it was. I think I might climb one of the castles. Somebody in the hostel recommended it to me. I only have a little while before I have to head over to my walking tour, a couple of hours, so I think it could be perfect timing. I also don't think I ever told you guys what was wrong with me, so I went to the doctors yesterday and prescribed me some drugs because they think that I have a bacterial infection, and most of the time you can just fight it off when you have the flu or COVID or something like that, but because I was so run down, they don't think I was able to fight it off, so they gave me some antibiotics and probiotics that I got prescribed, and so I just had to bring that to the pharmacist. They scanned it and they gave me everything, and everyone has been so nice, especially in the like healthcare. I was really nervous about that part, but the pharmacist, the doctor, everybody was super friendly. On antibiotics for 5 days. I'm already feeling tons better, but I'm definitely going to stick with it just to make sure I can really zap this illness so that I can enjoy the rest of my trip. Okay, so this is the castle that I'm going into. I ended up getting the admission to the first floor of the castle and the Dragon's Den because I saw that on the board and that sounded dope. I only did the first floor and I can always come back for the second floor if I want to. I'm heading over to the Dragon's Den now and I'm super excited for it. This one doesn't have an audio guide, but it's called the Dragon's Den, so it's got to be kind of cool. The audio guide was definitely worth it for the first floor, I think, otherwise I would have just popped through in like half an hour. And I stopped over to look at the view. This is dope. It's like they would have filmed Game of Thrones down here. I mean, it's so cool. Now I need to know why they have a dragon's den at this castle. But yeah, I'm so happy that I added this on. This is super cool. I've just checked in for my free walking tour. I booked it through City Walks Krakow. We're meeting outside of St. Mary's Basilica, but the way that I found it was I literally just Googled free walking tours Krakow, and I just found one that sounded interesting to me. So I'm doing like the World War II and the Jewish Quarter walking tour. It's gonna be 2.5 hours, and hopefully I'll learn some really cool history. Alright, so I wrapped up my walking tour, and I didn't record on the walking tour at all just because we were learning about the Jewish history in Poland, and specifically Krakow, and it just felt a little bit insensitive to record at any point, and so I learned a lot, but overall it was a really good walking tour. My guide was fantastic, and then I actually met the nicest people while I was on the tour itself, other solo travelers, and so we ended up going for the oh god, I can't remember the name of the open-faced bread sandwich with mushroom, and then we popped over for a little drink, not alcohol, but we just wanted like a lemonade and a nice little chill spot, so we ended up going to a place called Cheddar. It's spelled cheddar, C-H-E-D-E-R, but that's not how you pronounce it. I can't remember exactly how he pronounced it though, and it was a cute little library inside, and we got some lemonade and drinks, but now I'm heading back. I have to run to the supermarket to grab stuff for lunch for my tour. Alright, so I'm just wrapping up my night. I'm having a little ice cream. I stopped over and got some ice cream right next to the hostel, so I think that I'm just gonna wind down and go to bed pretty soon, and tomorrow is my tour of Auschwitz, so I have to meet at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'm looking forward to the tour, so that's probably it. But I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Hello, it is the next day now. I wrapped up my tour of Auschwitz. I went to Auschwitz-Birkenau for the concentration camp tour today. So it's been a heavy day, really educational, and I'm really happy that I ended up doing it. I think one thing that they talked about, it was honestly just really hard to see. I feel like I have a better understanding now, but definitely a heavy day today. So now I'm going to grab some lunch. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna get. I came back into the Jewish quarter. I might grab the little open-faced sandwich that I had a couple of days ago. We'll see. And then I think I'm just gonna have a little bit of a nap and see what else I can get up to for the rest of the afternoon. Alright, so I had a bit of a rest at the hostel and now I'm heading out. I feel like I'm just eating my way through Krakow, but alright, good morning. So last night what did I do? I ended up going out for a couple of drinks. I went to the hostel dinner first, and then I went out for a couple of drinks just in the Jewish quarter, and so it was really nice. It's a lot more lively. I think I feel like I'm spending more time in the Jewish quarter than I am in Old Town, but I am happy that I'm staying in Old Town. I really like it. So that's what I got up to last night, and then this morning I checked out of my hostel. I'm heading to Zakopane later this afternoon, but I think I want to go for a little breakfast, and there's a couple of museums and an old cemetery that was highly recommended by my tour guide that I didn't get to check out yet. So I think I'm just gonna make my way over there. So cute. Okay, so I've come to the Jewish cemetery, and this was actually a cemetery from before World War II. And so before World War II, there was actually almost 80,000 Jews living in Krakow, and I learned from my guide that today there are less than 1,000, which is a really, really sad fact, but there aren't many people living here, so the Jewish quarter isn't occupied by Jewish individuals, and so he said that the cemetery is one of the best places that you can go to kind of see Jewish culture. Alright, I've picked up my bags from the hostel. I'm double backpacking. It's always so humbling to double backpack walking through the city to your next destination, but I think I'm heading over to the Polish Resistance Museum. It's a World War II museum about like the underground resistance that was going on. So I heard that there's luggage check. So if there is, I'm gonna go into the museum. If there's not, I'm gonna go to the bus station. And the reason that I took all my bags is that the bus station is just about a 7-minute walk from the museum. So I didn't want to leave everything in Old Town, walk all the way out here, walk all the way back to get my bags, and then have to make the trek one more time. So I just checked in to see if there was lockers. It says there is, so fingers crossed. I always get a little like anxious, I think, before I head to my next travel destination, because you just don't know what the place is going to be like. You never know if you like booked the right amount of days or if you didn't, but I don't know if that's just a me thing or if a lot of people do that when they're traveling, but I think I spend a little bit longer in some of the locations than a lot of other people. I like to settle in, and since I'm doing it for so long, I think I would just get burnt out. But honestly, I ended up working out really well in Krakow. I felt like I still had a good number of like active days, even though I was so sick in the beginning I couldn't explore. So honestly, the number of days worked out perfectly. I'm feeling way healthier and way more ready to head over to Zakopane now, because I'll be doing a lot of active things when Zakopane, because there's a bunch of hiking, and it's more of like a hiking town, probably more similar to like what my Switzerland time was like than any of the city time that I've had so far. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm staying at the Goodbye Lenin Hostel, and Krakow was actually perfect. I really, really ended up loving it here. I think I'm just happy with the number of days that I ended up doing, and I would definitely recommend it as a great like 4-day trip or like a weekend trip or something like that. So yeah, overall I really, really loved it. It's weird to say that like I think the highlight was visiting Auschwitz, but I think that that was like the most impactful thing for me, and I'm really, really happy that I ended up doing it, and I thought it was money well spent. And also I'm actually very proud of myself for figuring out how the Doxer system worked, and the insurance and all that kind of stuff. So actually my insurance was so nice. They reached out to me to ask me if I was doing any better. So yeah, I pay insurance. I haven't gotten my money back yet, but can't recommend them enough. I loved Poland. I'm super excited for the next destination, and I'll update you guys on if I end up having to take the bus or if I can check my luggage. I went to the Polish Army Museum. Now I'm double packing it again on my walk to the bus, but I thought it was actually a really, really good museum. I thought it was really educational, and I'm really happy that I ended up doing that. And it's only it was like a 7-minute walk to the bus station, so super easy, and they held on to my luggage for me. So yeah, now I'm just heading over to the bus station so that I can catch a bus to Zakopane. I have the 3 o'clock bus, supposed to be getting there around 2:45, so that's where I'm headed. But I absolutely loved my time in Krakow, and I think that's going to be it for this vlog. I'll pick up once I'm in Zakopane and show you guys what I get up to over there.